Hello everyone! Today I'm filming a quick tour through my latest sketchbook for my online application. As starting on the first page often seems a bit scary, I've decided to keep it simple and just wrote down some words that resonated with me in the moment. Then this is the actual first page. It is a simple observation of the nature that surrounds me, so just what the landscape generally looks like where I live. Well, a lot of the sketchbook obviously resonates with the themes and emotions that I've been incorporating in my portfolio, so here's some quick sketches that came to mind. We have a self-portrait showing feelings of despair in contrast to the sunflowers, so nature, which I've been kind of using as a contrast to such negative feelings, or also as a sort of liberation and motivation to overcome human struggles. Here's just some ideas in watercolors. Again, some expressions that came to mind and, well, my cat in a rather experimental way. This one I've actually also incorporated in my portfolio since it served as a preparation to a little sculpture I made to kind of capture this objectification that women often still face in our society. To convey that, I've decided on a faceless body that has lost all other characteristics of humankind and that could be therefore deemed acceptable to basically conquer. The emotions that I've tried to portray here are also part of my overall theme of human struggles and how such are portrayed in art. This one serves especially to show the masks people carry all day to hide what they're truly feeling. This is just an idea I've developed a while back. Here's sort of again this contrast between beauty, especially in the form of nature, however, put in a more grotesque context. This one I've called fleeting moments because so many things seem to pass us by so quickly, and we try to capture as much of it as possible, while sometimes even forgetting to let those visual or social inputs truly sink in. A little sketch I made of a little Greek statue I have because I just really liked it aesthetically. Here I wanted to experiment a bit with color again, so I did a quick sketch of a family member. By adding the black, I was hoping to add a more dreadful feeling to it. Another still life in colored pencil. And after developing this one, I drew it again a little bit bigger for my portfolio because I liked the idea and called it Slithering Youth. Sort of because I drew snakes all around this rather young looking face. And in my opinion, it represents this feeling of fear, shock, and maybe even panic at how quickly time can move, while a person can still be stuck in an exhausting and languishing rhythm from day to day. Just another landscape sketch in oil pastels. Here I did some observations of faces and, well, my cat again. And another pencil sketch from a live reference. Again, some experimenting with oil pastels and just drawing whatever came to mind. I practiced faces in a few different styles. I'd say this is the literal depiction of the expression he was fuming, but without the anger part, since his face is showing a rather blank expression. Here on the other side, however, we have these black ink drops, which reminded me of bundled up anger finally exploding, but in a more symbolic way, so I drew faces to match the different creatures I saw in the splashes. Okay, so again, part of my theme, but also a general and personal expression of thoughts. There are so many horror things happening every day, and it doesn't seem to ever have an end. So expressing this despair in my art has become very important also for me personally, which is why I have tried tackling more of those emotions provoked by different negative events and struggles, always contrasted by the remaining hope for change. In a way, this one is rather similar, but in a more animalistic way. Just some flower sketches and more faces, quite experimental, and I've practiced different expressions here. So this is the initial idea of a bigger sketch I'll be showing later. It is meant to show how we are all still connected to the little versions of ourselves and how important those still are. This is why I also feel like healing one's inner child has a great impact on how we manage daily struggles. Therefore, that, combined with the reconnecting with nature, is one of the most important steps I have wanted to accentuate in this journey from feeling hopeless to finding joy again. Two very contrasting pieces that are meant to show exactly those 2 points from start to finish of the emotional journey that I've been talking about. For now, this is the last one from this sketchbook, and for me personally, the motive conveys a pretty freeing effect, especially regarding the emancipation of women. Now here I have some bigger sketches or concept pieces, like these dancing women, another still life, then this one in oil pastels that seems to depict an emotionless being without any identity whatsoever. My first time trying oil paints, actually, I made these landscapes, this face in colored pencil, and a few of my crystals or rocks in different mediums to get a better feel of their differences. A broken butterfly, seemingly barely held together by some strings and tape while still being surrounded by even more beautiful and still whole butterflies. Here, this sort of mixture of impressionistic and surrealistic painting of a giraffe and dancing rats that are the complete opposite of the bloodied rat from my previous sketchbook. And as I've mentioned before, this is the bigger actualization of the idea that I had regarding one's inner child. Here we have a fabric study I did, and at last I tried completely different styles to depict these cows. That completes my tour of recent sketches, so thank you so much for your time and have a wonderful day.